So, hey, YouTube viewers and Facebook viewers, which I'm going to share this on. Um, I decided to start doing a YouTube thing here to relay information and tell you about my experience and with a Dominican woman in the Dominican Republic. Um, how I got to the point to be in a relationship with her, and it's just my experience. Okay, so my disclaimer. All right, I am not an expert on Dominican culture. I am not an expert on Dominican women. I am not an expert on anything. This is simply my experience and my opinions. So, if later on you say, "Oh, well, you told me this and it wasn't true," you can't come back to me, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not an expert on the Dominican Republic or the women there or the men there or anything about it. Okay? I am simply going to tell you about my experience and the joy I felt through several of these videos. Okay, so let's start with, okay, so how did I come to travel to the Dominican Republic? All right, well, I am a United States Marine Corps veteran, a combat veteran of the Gulf War, the first Persian Gulf War, as they call it now. And I had started to research living expat in a couple of countries. Okay, so I looked at Ecuador, I looked at Colombia, and then I stumbled across the Dominican Republic, right? So, in stumbling across the Dominican Republic, I figured, well, I'm a divorcee. I've had a couple of failed marriages here in the United States to American women. I'm not ashamed of that. It happens to most of us here in America. Okay? Well, not most, but the majority. All right, so, and in doing so, I came across a company called International Cupid. Now, International Cupid provides websites for many different countries. Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Colombia, all right, Brazil, along with many others. So, I researched what a lot of people had to say about what to do when traveling to the Dominican Republic and how to operate your profile. Okay, so now a lot of the people who believe they're experts will tell you to activate your profile 3 to 4 weeks before going to the country. They will tell you to chat with several different women, and then go on several different dates. Okay, my experience is a little bit different because I didn't take their advice. I chose to make my own lane. So, and in doing so, I started my profile 3 months before I decided to travel to the Dominican Republic. Now, in doing this, right, okay, there were several goals I had in mind. At the beginning, yes, I had the goals of meeting several different women, going on numerous dates, and just feeling everybody out. However, yours truly, in my opinion only, I hit the jackpot on the website. And I found one woman who I wanted to see and date and talk to and learn about. Okay, so now, if you are a Western man around my age, which is 49, okay, younger or older, you will get numerous replies from women who are half or less your age. Now, there's a term called chapeadora, which translates into English means gold digger, right? Now, some of these women will be that, but some of those women will not be. It's not wrong to wish for a better life. It's not wrong for someone to hope to find love outside their country. Now, I decided to look outside the United States because I believe personally, and this is only my opinion, that there is a severe emasculation of men in the United States. In the United States, we are being programmed to be weaker and weaker each day by the media. But that's a subject for another day, and I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, so after weeding through about, I don't remember the exact number. It'd be 250, 300 responses to my profile, right? I narrowed it down to one woman. Absolutely one who I wanted to meet and I wanted to spend time with. Now, granted, this process took a couple of weeks, right? Actually, almost about a month. All right. Excuse me. You have to excuse me. I'm gonna be drinking during this video. Another disclaimer. Brought back a bottle of Brugal rum from the Dominican Republic, and I'm sipping on that right now because I'm thinking about my time there, the woman I met who stole my heart, and her family. Okay, so I regress. Anyways, all right. So when you're on Dominican Cupid, all right, you're gonna need to weed through several hundred responses to find the actual one you're looking for. Not all of the profiles on Cupid are legit. It's sad, but it's true. It's no different than a dating website here in the United States. Not all the profiles are true or accurate. So keeping that in mind, right? And based on what you're looking for. Now, what you're looking for, you can base that on what your means are or what your intentions are. Okay? So my intentions were exploring living expat in a different country. And I narrowed it down to Dominican Republic because of the cost of living. Okay? I got much more than what I expected from the website. Okay? So because one, I met the who is now the love of my life. Who lived in Santo Domingo Este. Now she has relocated to Italy to work for the next couple of years and maybe stay. But that is going to be a subject for another video later on. Okay? I am still learning about the challenges of maintaining a long-distance relationship. I'm going to be 100 with you. And if you so choose to share this or reply, I will do my best to comment on any comments that come in and reiterate on my experiences. Okay? All right, so what I did differently than the so-called experts out there, right, is basically because I wasn't going to the Dominican Republic as a sex tourist. I wasn't looking to sleep with 5, 6, 7 different women while I was there during my week. It was not my intent. My intent was to go and experience the country and to at least, at the very least, make a friend or two. So, now, I also have the luxury of having met a Dominican woman who speaks English. Now, if you are outside of the tourist areas of Sosua, Puerto Plata, Boca Chica, this is rare. So there is definitely a need, if you are a Western man, to learn Spanish or at least have some knowledge of Spanish. Do your best to learn it. Okay? I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You can do it how you want. That's not the purpose of this video. Okay? So, alright, so I did it differently because I was actually looking at relocating to another country. So in doing that, I had a different outlook on things. I was actually looking for someone who might be compatible with me, or at the very best, a soulmate. Now me, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you right now, I lucked out. I seriously lucked out and hit the jackpot in meeting Wendy. Not only does she speak English, okay, she did not want to move to the United States to get a visa. It was not her intent. And she expressed that. And she also asked if I would be willing to relocate to another country if I found a woman that I loved. My answer to that was yes. Okay? I don't know hardly anything about working online or making income online or making income in another country other than the United States. But I'm exploring that now, and I will give updates as we go. Okay? So, all right. Went over my goals and outcome. Okay. So, like I said, I am a United States Marine Corps combat veteran. So, I am not easily intimidated. So, the news media and their coverage of tourists dying in the Dominican Republic here in the United States did not intimidate me at all. Some little known facts, right? Okay, here's a fact that is very, very hard to find. But if you research it, you will find it. There are an average of 77 tourists from other countries who die in the United States each year. Okay? News media don't cover that, though, because they don't live here. They only cover what gets ratings. So remember that when you're listening to the news. All right? The news gives you what they want to give you because it gives them ratings. That's how they make money, off of ratings. Okay? Another fact that a lot of people don't recognize is, like, a big deal was made out of a very horrible event that did happen to an American tourist. Now, don't get me wrong. It was absolutely horrible. She was on a resort where you should feel safe, and she was beaten and raped, right? Okay, well, to add perspective to this, okay, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up, is a sexual assault occurs in the United States of America every 92 seconds. Every 92 seconds. As far as a murder rate goes, here in the United States, 47.3 people are murdered each day in the United States. So, how the news media can tell me that for a country has more mass shootings, more murders for any other country in the world, that for me to go someplace else is dangerous? I'm not believing that bullshit, and I don't think you should either. All right? So, to put in perspective, right? The Dominican Republic is not a violent country. My entire week there was only one time when I thought someone was trying to scam me. Now, this is for several reasons, though, too, okay? One is my girlfriend is Dominican, okay? The people we travel with are Dominican, okay? Her cousin and her husband we travel with, and, oh, excuse me, he did most of the talking before me so that I would not be paying gringo prices. So this is a very good reason, if you were going to date a Dominican woman, to make sure she's legit. Okay? So, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking over my notes. Sorry. Okay. All right. So, and traveling, right? Because we travel with family members of hers. I let Johan do all the talking to people. My Spanish ain't that good. I ain't gonna bullshit you. The fact that my girlfriend speaks English was actually more of a hindrance to me learning Spanish than if she hadn't. Okay? Learning Spanish is an absolute necessity. Do not be someone who relies on Google Translate or Duolingo or anything else. Please don't. Learn your Spanish. There's going to be terms that you need to know that will not be in there. Go on YouTube. Learn Dominican slang. Okay? So, okay, so on the first day I arrived, something that everyone, any Western man needs to realize is that in Latin culture and in Dominican Republic, family is very important. Family is very important. Let me say it one more time. Family is very important. So after chatting and talking to Wendy every day on WhatsApp. Now, this is one thing I got to go to real quick too, guys. Okay? And ladies. All right? If you meet someone in the Dominican Republic and they say that they need $150 or $175 to get data on their phone so they can talk to you, is bullshit. I will tell you right now, you can go to recharge.com. You can recharge data on any phone for increments of $5, $10, $20, and $25 on the phone. And they will be able to video chat with you. That will provide them enough data for $20 will be about, I don't know, depending on how many people they're talking to, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Okay? So, which ain't a bad deal. Really, it's not. Okay, so me and Wendy, we chatted throughout the day via a text message on WhatsApp. And we also video chatted 2 to 3 times a day. Now, if you are someone who might be a little bit naive, right? Now, I've worked in correctional settings where my job was to study the behavior of people. Okay? You can pick up on behavior. If someone tells you they can't talk during a certain time of the day, or they're unavailable during this time to that time, those are warning signs. Those are warning signs that you need to adhere to. All right? Now, my Wendy, for example, she worked as a teacher. All right? So there were hours that I knew she would not be as completely available as she might be during different hours. Okay? So mostly in the morning. Okay? So, that being said, she also managed to call me from her job, show me videos of her students, allow me to say hi to her students. So now, right, if you cannot contact your lady at all, or she can't at least send you a text or see you late at night to say goodnight to you, or say, well, buenas noches, mi amor, right? Then it might be reason for alarm. But you have to figure that out for yourself. I'm not here to tell you that. Okay? I'm not an expert. Alright, so when I travel to the Dominican Republic, here's a word of advice I have for you, okay? If you're catching connecting flights, if it's less than an hour and a half, pack at least 2 to 3 changes of clothes in a carry-on bag. I went through Atlanta, right? My layover was 45 minutes. My checked bag did not make it. Atlanta is a huge airport. Miami is a huge airport. So, if you're traveling through a very large airport to get to your destination in the Dominican Republic, it is best to pack at least 2 to 3 changes of clothes, because the chances are your check bag might not make it. Okay, anyways. So, my first day in the Dominican Republic, right? Wendy met me at the airport. Not alone. She was with 2 of her daughters and one of her daughter's best friend. I will post the video of us meeting and everything on here at a later date, right? But I was grateful to see her there with a balloon that said, "Welcome, my love." 3 bottles of like a sparkling wine, right? That we would have on different nights. And as soon as I walked out, I saw her. It was one of the happiest moments of my life. I got to meet her, 2 of her daughters there at the airport in Dominican Republic, because one of her daughters lives in Italy. So, I was very happy. I was very pleased with how I was received. Another thing I gotta say, guys, right, is if you meet a Dominican woman and you tell her you're coming, carry your ass on. Don't be some half-ass who's just bullshitting. Because you know what? It makes it tougher on guys like me who are sincere about our intentions. Because my Wendy and met an American before me who promised to come, and promised to come, and promised to come, and he never went. And then, when he saw me share something on Facebook, he decided to try and contact her again. Well, guess what, dickhead? No such luck. You're already too late. But anyways, once again, I regress. I regress back to my old ways. I apologize. When traveling to the Dominican Republic, do that. All right, so on the first day, things to look for, okay? Serious things to look for, okay? Things that are a big deal in Latin culture. On the first day, not only did I meet Wendy and 2 of her daughters at the airport, I also met Mom, I met a sister, I met a brother, I met an aunt. Not only that, we all went to dinner to the beach in Boca Chica, right? So we had fish. Or no, it was more like lunch. It was more like a late lunch, okay? So we all we went around, and Wendy did the negotiating for me to get the best price on fish for everybody that she could get. Now, this ain't the end of the beach where you'll find a lot of American tourists, okay? This is at what she called the ugly end of the beach, where it's mostly Dominicans, okay? So, what to expect, right? So, if you do something like this, being a Westerner, take some extra cash. Especially if you know ahead of time you are meeting the family. Okay? You are a man. Ladies, this part is not for you. You are a man. You are going to be expected to pay for a few things. I paid for lunch for 7 of us at 300 pesos a dish. And 150 pesos a large bottle of a jumbo bottle of Presidente beer, right? So at the end of the day, I spent about 4,300 pesos, I think it was, right? Which is 50.8 pesos to the US dollar, which ain't a bad deal for 7 people. Don't be stingy. If she's introducing you to her family, don't be stingy. Be a man. Pay the way. Right? It's not about a scam. If she introduces you to her family, her mother, her sisters, her brothers, her children, it's a major event. You need to be Cavalier. You need to be fucking Excalibur. You need to be a knight. And you need to stand up. I don't care what any of these other fucking bozos out here tell you about. It's about money. It's about this. It's about that. It's not. You know what it's about? It's about respect. It's about showing respect. It's about receiving respect. It's about showing who you are as a man and being willing to provide for someone you care about. Now, I could have very easily said, oh, no, I'm not paying for this. But no. Truth be told, what's 70, 80 bucks here in the United States? Right? That shit don't even cover my fucking bar tab on a good night in the United States. Okay, so, anyways, when we had a beautiful time, I got to meet Mom. She embraced me. She was happy to see me with her daughter. Okay, so whenever you travel there, keep all this in mind. Okay. Now, I know this is getting a little bit lengthy for some people, and I'm going to shut it down now, and I'll come back with another one and give some more details on my trip to the Dominican Republic. But for now, I want to reassure some people against the naysayers and those who don't have a passport and those who don't travel and those who will tell you that you are a fool for looking for love outside the United States are wrong. I'm not guaranteeing you'll find love. I'm not guaranteeing anybody will find love. I ain't guaranteeing nobody will find love here in the United States if they stay here. But I will say your chances are just as good outside the United States as they are in it. And some people are going to hate on this video, and that's okay. I really don't give a fuck. I have the luxury of that. Because there's some people out there who I'm not going to name, right? Who want to cut down Western men for deciding to go outside the United States to find love or to live or whatever. Okay? You're going to find them out there. Here's what I have to say. Those individuals are cowards because they don't have the courage to look outside of the United States themselves. Or they're haters because they can't leave because they're on paper. And you know what? If you're one of those individuals who's on paper and you can't leave and you want to hate, fine. When you're not on paper, go. Get your passport. Go. Go experience some of these countries. But some of my fellow arrogant ass Americans who come on here and talk like they are experts when they are not really need to be quiet, for lack of a better term. Right? So, with that being said, I'm going to close out this video. It's been running for 31 minutes. I was fortunate. I met someone who I believe loves me, and I know that I love them. So, the rest of everybody else, I wish you the absolute best. And I hope that you find whatever you're looking for, wherever you find it. Whether it's here in the United States, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Cuba, wherever. Jamaica, doesn't matter. I hope you find what makes you happy, because I found what makes me happy. See y'all later. Deuces. Peace out.